It's recording. Hello. Hello, everybody, and this is the interview with my colleague, Kedar Agashi, who is the Senior Business Analyst in our institutional BA practice in INZ. Hello, Kedar.
Yeah, hi. Thanks.
So, I wanted to ask you about how it is to work as a BA in this big financial institution as INZ Bank. Can you tell me how long have you been working with INZ?
Actually, recently probably I've completed around 5 years here in NZ. So,
Yeah, that's quite a long time already, I should say.
yeah.
And what project are you on now?
So I'm working, as you mentioned, as part of the BA pool. There I'm working currently on a project named Sky. So it's like a big project within markets. It is doing everything from trade booking, trade capture, valuation, risk management. So it's quite a complex project, and it's in-house as well.
Yeah, it sounds very fascinating and
Yeah.
very complex. And what are your functions on this project? What are you doing every day?
So my role is obviously as a senior business analyst. What I do on a daily basis is talk to different stakeholders. As I mentioned, it's a project which touches traders, finance people, risk people, everyone. So there are multiple stakeholders. So as a BA, I talk to all those stakeholders, understand their requirements, and yes, after multiple workshops, interviews, end of the day, write it down so that developers can build on top of that.
Mm. So it's not like one function, it's very wide.
No, yes. Unfortunately, I mean, in this particular project, I don't have to deal only with one user or one end user, I can say. There are multiple groups of end users, and it's always, when you deal with multiple people, there will always be a conflict of what they really want, how they want to prioritize, and yeah, so most of my work or most of my time is dealing with those conflicts, understanding what is really crucial, and then documenting it.
Okay, but how did your career start? Did you wake up one day and decided, oh, I want to be a VA?
Not really. I did my bachelor's in computers. So as a first job, I started as a developer. And while doing development, I realized that rather than enjoying how to do development, I was more interested in why I was doing it. So I was asking questions where I used to annoy most of the other developers and testers as well sometimes. But then that time, after working there for 6 to 12 months, I realized that probably development is not my piece of work. I like to do something where I can do justice to my whys. And that's how I was brought into light with the BA as a profession.
Did you have to do a special course in order to become a BA, or did it just came naturally to you?
I can say that after this my development stint, I thought that obviously I want to ask more whys, and I was interested more in finance. I was fortunately working on a finance project as well that time. But then I took a break from my work. I did my master's in finance because I was interested in that. And then I joined as a BA to do justice to my finance as well as wise capability. But I can say you don't need a special skill as such. You probably need a different mindset because you need to understand BA is a value creator role. So you need to you need to be a good listener rather than taking everything on a face value. You need to ask appropriate questions, and yes, if you have it in you, you can become a VA.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can help to identify, like, when a person who has just finished school and have zero work experience, and he doesn't know whether he will be a good BA or not, but this is something he wants to do. Can you give advice where to start with all these qualifications?
Sure. I mean, just as a starting point, as I mentioned, you need to have inquisitive mind. Second is you need to explore things. I mean, you need to love exploring things, because if you compare it with a development or any other profession, most of the other um, professions were given what you wanted as an output. Probably only BA is something where you don't know the output and you just need a process. So you need to be inquisitive about it. And there are a couple of other courses or certifications like CBAB, which is accredited by IIBA. It gives you insight and it touches all the points what a BA needs to go through. So it would be a good starting point, I would say. And yeah, just keep on asking why till you get the right answer.